What's up, you guys? It's Jonno! Today I'm gonna do a special shout out to one of my biggest fans. Shout out to SquirtleBe Trollin. I'm sure you guys have seen him on my live streams, in my comments, on my videos. He's been on my Instagram. This dude is a very big fan, and I realized recently this dude is a spoofer. He's a spoofer and he goes and gets really rare catches, which I actually think is pretty awesome. I think it's cool because he's not spoofing gyms, he's just spoofing to get really rare catches, and he's been sending me videos like this, pictures of really funny nearby glitches. Some of the best nearby glitches on my previous videos were sent to me by Squirtle, so big shout out to Squirtle. He's a really funny player because he basically lives in a place where there are no Pokestops, and I really don't blame anybody who lives in a place where there are no Pokestops for spoofing, and I honestly think that Pokemon Go should have put a joystick version into the game for people who live in areas with no Pokestops and for people who have disabilities who literally cannot go and walk around and play this game. I think that it would have opened it up to a new audience, and it would have basically prevented the spoofing that we have now by allowing the spoofing and controlling it within the game, so people don't need third-party apps. But I don't know, that's just my personal opinion. I have been contacted by people on my Instagram who said, Jonno, I live in a country where there are no Pokestops in my country. These people would literally have to travel internationally just to play Pokemon Go, and they want to play, and now the game is available in their country, but Ingress was not available in their country, so they can't play because there's no Pokestops. So I think that that's kind of, you know, while they don't have Pokestops in some countries, they should make a way for people to play in different countries and play in different locations than where they actually live. And this is what a lot of people have figured out how to do. Now, if you're spoofing gyms and you're making it difficult for people there because you're playing in a way that is robotic and you know, you're not actually playing the game, there's all kinds of tools you can use to not just spoof but also play the game for you and keep yourself in gyms, and you know, that's all cheating. But just going around and catching rare spawns and just trying to play the game the way that anybody else would be able to play it, I think that's fine, and I really wish that Pokemon would build a way in the game for people to joystick around and just get rare catches, and then I think a lot of people like Squirtle would just do that, and then they wouldn't have to use all these crazy third-party apps and do all this stuff that's against the terms of service. So it's kind of an interesting place where we're at in the Pokemon history. Obviously, you can see Squirtle's having a lot of fun. He's got a double Tangela spawn and Vileplume spawn here, which is epic, and he gets all kinds of interesting double spawns. Some of them are absolutely amazing. I'll do another episode with a double spawn that he sent me, and it's just really interesting to see what other people are catching out there in the world. Like when I got my double Snorlax spawn, I bet that that was like pretty rare and nobody's ever seen that, but there's probably some spoofers who have seen that, and it's just interesting to see how other people play the game and what options are available out there. But it's also crazy to me that Pokemon Go doesn't see that people want to play the game this way and then offer a way for people to play the game this way, so that it defeats the third-party cheating apps, whatever they're calling cheating. All the third-party apps would go away if we just had a way to do it in the game. Sort of like how I stopped using the appraisal apps. I don't even use the appraisal apps anymore. Those are done for me because the in-game appraisal system is perfect. It works so good that I don't need to go to any third-party anything. So that's just my take on it. I think that there's some people who would say, no, these are cheaters and they need to stop. But just because it's against the terms of service doesn't mean that it's ethically wrong, and doesn't mean that it's morally wrong in terms of the way the game is being played. And if you just want to go and catch rare Pokemon, I think that there should be a way to catch those rare Pokemon. So I find it disappointing that the game is released, and one of the things that you want to do the most is the thing that you can barely do, and in some countries you cannot do at all, and I think that they should just fix it. So that's just my take on it. I actually fully support Squirtle doing his spoofing. There are some people who say, Squirtle, stop spoofing, and on his channel they're like, Squirtle, you're a spoofer, bro. But it's like, well, what if you lived in a place where you couldn't play any Pokemon and you could never ever catch a rare spawn? That would be very disappointing. So I can see how people would take to spoofing so they could make that gameplay possible. So no hard feelings to Squirtle. I'm actually really impressed with the catches that he was able to get. I'm super jealous of that Porygon and LAPRAS at the beginning of the video, and he sent me some really cool stuff that I'm going to post in the future. So you guys enjoy these catches from SquirtleBe Trollin. Big shout out to my Pokefriend Squirtle. And yeah, if you guys want to get featured, there are ways to contact me. You can contact me on Instagram. You can contact me. Pretty much Instagram is, I think, the best way to contact me because I check it all the time. But you can contact me on Twitter, but I might like take a week before I check it. Alright everybody, thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of these catches, and peace!